What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. So we're gonna call this the knee-jerk reaction video, y'all. Now, because we're still in the throes, really. I almost said aftermath. We're still in the throes of this whole Michael Jackson, you know, leaving Neverland. It's interesting because they had the film with the really bad look-alike. This Navi dude, you'll recall, y'all that's been with me for a while. Y'all know I dragged that when he showed up on Wendy before they did Finding Neverland. You see? And I broke it apart, like why he just wasn't the choice. But that was Finding Neverland. Then the documentary is Leaving Neverland. Oprah is After Neverland. If I have one more Neverland, how about Before Neverland? Where's that documentary at? Maybe we could do something on that. I'll direct. Somebody will come in, do lighting. We'll do whatever. What about Before Neverland? What about During Neverland? How about that? I can come up with some Neverlands. But we're still in the throes of that. And I have been disgusted at the lack of intellectual dissertation ability of my people, because I always know in this environment, any happy African person is an ignorant African person. I stand by that. If you happy, you ignorant. I said it. I'll say it again. If you are African and you are happy, you are ignorant. It's that simple. You see, a lot of things are not complicated. A lot of things are presented as if they're so complicated and protracted and we just don't know, and it's so confusing. And no, it's not. If you're paying attention, not only is stuff not complicated and simple, but most of it is predictable. Downright predictable. Do you understand? So I was surprised and to some degree saddened and disappointed, quite frankly. Because for me, the final word is what I articulated in the two videos that I did about the piece. Michael had been being investigated or under suspicion or deposing and all this other stuff and trials for 15 years. You had the Santa Barbara police raid his house. They sent an army, literally an army, to Neverland. Told the staff to get out. And they didn't find so much as a dirty note. That's real. That's what's fact. We know that the Los Angeles police were investigating. And they threw out their investigation because there was nothing to find. The FBI investigated him. They found nothing. Don't give me, all victims are different. I'm over that. So then we need new rules for victims. You need to know that no matter what you're going through or what you're feeling, the prince is calling. I'm right in the middle of a thought. Can't answer it. Whatever you're feeling or going through, or whatever happened to you, you need to understand that from that moment on, you have a certain window within which you can come and reveal. If you don't do it in that window, we're so sorry. It don't mean we don't love you. It don't mean we don't care about what happened to you. It doesn't mean it wasn't valid. Whatever. It just means we can't. Because it creates an environment for you of disbelief. You now have the burden because the person that abused you isn't going to come forward. So sadly, you have the burden of proof. You know, it's like in a civil case or in any case. Anytime you have two litigants in a courtroom, somebody has a burden of proof that must be met under the law. But there needs to be new rules. Because what I see now is it's becoming a fad. A fad. And that's what's creating these pop-up victims. Because what we also must consider in this supposedly understandable world of victimhood is some people really do just get over it. Whatever has happened to them. Doesn't matter what it is. Some people just get over it. So they're out there. Then there's people that have learned to just sort of deal with any sort of whatever's happened to them, you know. And certainly me speaking as an African person, I'm an authority on this. Because black people have to get over shit every damn day. Since before I was born, since I've come to earth, every day of my damn life, and on down the list you can go. So I don't want to hear about victims. I don't need to. I also know vendetta when I see it. And it's clear to me that there is vendetta. Now, lo and behold, today is Tuesday. At least I'm being told in my ear. And last night, Oprah does her After Neverland. Didn't see it. Couldn't see it. Don't have on. And now, today, just as I'm about to switch over from TV to my computer so that I can continue working on this video that I'm working on for you, I see this. Gayle King is interviewing R. Kelly. We've talked about pattern a lot on this channel. And I would say when something becomes a pattern, it's no longer a coincidence. That means the shit is on purpose. So, all we've seen, in fact, I can't even name and have a visual picture in my mind right now of any white Me Too perpetrator. Who's with me? We hear and can call out the name Harvey Weinstein, but many of us even forget what he looks like. But R. Kelly, and then you got these black bitches going. Oprah, you have to go and try and resurrect some bullshit from these two liars who had every opportunity. That's the other thing with the new rules on victims. Especially when this is an international icon, the most famous person on the planet. If he sneezes, the whole world knows about it. And there was a trial and there was 15 years. You didn't come out. You didn't come out because didn't a damn thing happen. And even if it did, now we don't give a damn. And you've given us the right not to give a damn because you didn't give a damn. Don't give me, it wasn't until I had my son and then I realized, well, too late. Hashtag, oh, so sorry. You should have came out earlier. Hashtag, you should have came out earlier. Pick one. I'm giving them out for free. Free. Now here her ass is. And by the way, all of this is now after they've been on the Geffen yacht. And her bitch ass was on the Geffen yacht too. She's never more than a toenail's throw away from Oprah. She also interviewed the Jackson brothers before the documentary aired and certainly before Oprah's interview aired. We have to be over Gayle King and we have to be over Oprah Winfrey. Just like we got to be over Gladys Knight and everybody else that I've ever named. Because, like Dr. King said, the time is always right to do what's right. And in the context of African people, what's right is cultural allegiance. If he's done something, we live in a world of white vultures, white supremacy. If he's guilty of anything, they're going to make sure that he pays for that. You don't need to help it out. So what's right here, according to the African Constitution, is you take your ass home, Gayle, and sat down somewhere. Then I want to know from R. Kelly, who told you to agree to this interview? Who? And I need a full dossier on them if they're black. If they're white, I don't need the dossier. Because I know why they would tell you to do it. If it's somebody black, I need a full dossier because I need to know who they're connected to and who they know and who, because it's going to lead back to some white devil somewhere. That I know. Who told him to agree to speak to this Springer Spaniel? Because that's the only hairdo the bitch has had in 20 years. That. I cannot look at her without thinking Springer Spaniel. You understand? This man is up there crying on television. Meanwhile, Weinstein has got 60 or 70 people, you see, who we don't know any of their names. I don't. We hadn't seen anything. But they're happy to keep rolling out black men. You know, Bill Cosby. I'm to the point now where didn't nobody do nothing. And all of it is a damn conspiracy. Because I'll tell you something. You have to look at this in a quantitative context, everybody. You have to quantify. Hear me now. Quantify. And what that means is looking at the big picture. We are still a people owed reparations. We are still a people under slavery. We are still a people without an identity. At the very least, an identity crisis. Our names aren't even what they would be. We certainly don't have our language. We are people who are still being raped of our of our culture, our style. So when you quantify the bigger picture, nothing compares to the savagery of this devil. Nothing. Let's contrast it for you. Which one you want? R. Kelly and some mystical bitches that were probably just hot between the legs and forget the age. It was definitely was all consensual. Or you want 2 atomic bombs dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima? I'm confused about which one is worse and needs all this air and attention. You want R. Kelly, or you want the most, at least publicly, criminal president ever known to the country, at least openly? Because if they're white, they're criminal. They've always been this criminal. We're just seeing it more with Trump because of technology and things are more exposed and ha ha ha. So we cite him only for that reason. But he's not the only one. He's not the only one. Just like they want you to believe Michael Sam was the first gay football player. Give me a break. Everybody on that damn field is goddamn it, sugar sweet and low. All of them. So you have the most criminalized president, the president ever in history, and this is important. This is who you're sitting down with, Gayle? Your roster should be full of every single person in that damn administration. But R. Kelly? And sexual abuse is so important, Oprah? Like this is the most important issue? No, the most important issue has and will always be the reconciliation of the shit pulled on African people that never stopped. Nothing will ever be as important. I don't care what happens to anybody. That will not be the most important thing. And all the attention and the ooh factor they put on this. And, you know, it's the year of the woman, and women have got to stand up for that, and that's all cute. But goddammit, I see you're cute, and I still raise you reparations. I still raise you the greatest crime ever continued to be carried out on a people for over 400 years. It's time to quantify, everybody. It's time to quantify. You see, I was just reminding somebody the other day, and it's something I say all the time anyway. And I was saying that, you know, when people get depressed or sad or something like that, for me, that's a lack of inventory. That's a lack of inventory. I tell anybody, go take inventory. You think you feel bad? Go take inventory. Come back and see me. Go take inventory. What do I mean by that? Because people that get depressed and down and all this and they haven't taken time to stop and take inventory of what's good. What's good? And it's a form of disrespect to your creator and an act of ungratefulness. Especially if you have a roof over your head and you got food in your house and you've got your health and, you know, even if you got a car, you don't, it don't matter. You some say you can still get on public transportation. You know, you have. So why are you bitching over this one thing? You know, even if your marriage ended, or you found out your husband or wife is cheating, I still can't see you. Because what's good? You gotta quantify and take inventory. And you know what? This really is not that bad. Okay, we'll just give you a choice, because we'll just give you a choice. We're into choices. All right? You lose your marriage, or you have terminal cancer and you have 5 days to live. Go ahead and pick one. We'll just wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll just wait. Because you see, sometimes it takes a calamity. And I'm trying to give you this information so that you don't get to calamity before you start trying to be thankful. You need to be grateful right now. Don't wait. It takes people losing their health or losing something that you cannot get back now. Then suddenly you wish you would have appreciated. Damn, it's too late. It's too late. I always know in my life when I've ridden with people in their car, which I don't ride with people. But that's born out of what I'm about to share with you right now. I always knew when I was riding with people that they'd never been in a car accident. People that have not been in a car accident, their whole attitude is completely different than people that have been in an accident. You see? So I hope your bitch ass gets into an accident so you can appreciate. Yeah, maybe you'll stop tailgating and speeding. You understand? You see, and I mean it. That's what you get. Because I always love when people get their just due. That's what you get. And I love to be the person there standing there to say it. That's my entire life. I can't even. I can't. So when you quantify, you realize how ridiculous this is. All of it. The Michael Jackson bullshit, all of it is completely meaningless. Meaningless. And I cannot go on without yet again pointing out we don't have this in the Muslim world. Any of this. Because I've told you a million times, the thing that separates the Muslim from all of y'all ass is we actually fear the one that created us. And we fear the day of judgment. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. Because if you did, you'd go, there's people that they do that. Let me go over there and be with them. Huh? Because there's no submission in Christianity, no fear of God in Christianity, no fear of the last day in Christianity. Everybody's going to heaven because Christ died for them. No need to fear. You're like that white child who gets a timeout. Your character is inferior to that black child who fears their parents. I can't do that. My parents ain't going to let me do that. Nope. My mama told me to go to the store and go right home. That's what I'm saying. I don't have rights and I don't talk back and all this. That's a good child. That's a good child. You see? We don't have a whole lot of cases of black kids killing their parents the way we do with white folks. Because there's no fear. You understand? So then they got you infected with this poison that you shouldn't hit your kids. Every child knows the difference between abuse and punishment. You understand? Go get that switch off that damn tree. That's what I'm saying? Because you know you done did something. And now you got to pay. You got to pay. That's what I'm saying? And you are better for it. Because before you can understand the fear of God, you got to fear your parents. Because they are kind of God. When you are first born and you're growing up, they are kind of God. You know? Like, well, I can't see God, but I see my father and my mama with that belt. I know they real. So we'll get to what else I want to believe in, but I know my mom and my daddy are real. This I'm not in any question about. That's what I'm saying. And they will get my ass. They will. They will. But how dare? You know, and if you're that concerned, I just thought about Oprah. If you're that concerned, you never wanted to reveal the name of your abuser. Why haven't you had him on the show, Oprah? In fact, she says she was abused by more than one of her. Where they at? Where's the expose on them? Say you got these white motherfuckers lying on Michael Jackson sitting up there. Why don't you bring out the motherfuckers that you claim touched you? Where they at? Because we've even seen your mama and your daddy, rest her mother's soul. Because she died recently, I think like late last year or something like this. Beautiful woman. But why aren't you bringing those ones on the show? Gayle, how come you're not bringing out the men that you've been with? Where's that at? But you so happy, you see, and you're only on this CBS bullshit because of Oprah. Because they knew if they had you on the show, they get access to Oprah. So you use your power in those spaces, but you don't have any fear of God. You only fear the white man, and you love this world. The Muslim don't. Won't give a damn about this world. Kiss our ass. You see? The Muslim would have said, I can't do that interview. If you want that, you need to go do it. You go do it. That same Muslim would have said to R. Kelly, we'll just paint a scenario where maybe his people reached out and said, we'd like for you to do an interview. R. Kelly wants to speak. She would have said, nah, bruh, you don't want to speak. You don't. You don't. You don't. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Put you out a YouTube video or something. Don't do this. But they are happy to work for the devil. Because in their mind, they have forgotten all about the struggle. Because they are like you. They only see what's in front of them. It's like Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, when he tells us that the dogs only know what's going on right then. That's why he used to do that and kick them and give them a little kick. And it snaps them out of what they're doing, their behavior, and they go, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't remember. Well, and they would have that dumb look on their face. So you're like that. You only see what's happening in front of you right now. That's why I say the happy African is the ignorant African. Because the educated African, your boy, the Jedi, don't never forget. I'm just as pissed off and ready to strike as if I just landed in this bitch on the first day in 1619. I'm pissed off for every ancestor, grown and young, and the newborns. Still. Because what? Knowledge equals action, I always tell you. Knowledge equals action, everybody. You can't know your predicament and be happy. Your days and nights are filled with, what can I do? Told you a million times. Show me a heifer. There she is, traipsing around in her negligee and Victoria's Secret and all of it. And she's fixed her husband's favorite meal, and it's just all, and she's just so in love, and it's her perfect, she's spritzing and walking through the perfume and and then one of her good girlfriends call up and say, girl. First of all, she never told her everything in just that one girl, because I told y'all that's its own language when it comes from a sister. Girl. I gotta interject my own self right here because Obama was at the My Brother's Keeper summit thing they did with John Legend and Steph Curry, and he was giving the brothers an example of how we don't communicate, when brothers are together. And he said, we'll have a conversation and we'll leave and come back 3 hours later. Michelle and her girls are still sitting there talking, and they've talked about everything. Girl, and he said it. That laid me out because it was just like, I know, right? I know. Oh my God, I know. And man, I know how my girlfriends have been. I know how my sisters were. I got 5 sisters. This is the truth. Like, I'm sure every young brother in that room, young or old, could relate to that. Could relate. Once sisters get together, that's it. That's it. That's it. That is it. And anyways, But your good girlfriend call you up, girl, and she tells you he's sleeping with every dude, or every, well, dude too, goddammit, every chick in the damn block. And she got the receipts. Like, irrefutable, undeniable receipts. You understand? Just came out the register. Gone is the Victoria's Secret negligee. You see what I'm saying? And the perfume and she's throwing his favorite meal in the trash now. You see what I'm saying? Because that plate is going to be thrown upside his head, and she's fixing hot grits and boiling grease to throw at his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Knowledge equals action. So when you know what your condition is and who the perpetrator is, you should be doing something about the shit. They have a whole fucking department in this fucking country called what? The Intelligence Agency. And based on what they find out, they act on that. And all intelligence is not actionable. Hear this. All intelligence is not actionable. So all knowledge is not actionable. But sometimes when you store that intelligence, once you quantify it, follow me, then this piece now that wasn't actionable related with these 4 other pieces, they are planning to attack. Damn it, we're on it. So in our case, all pieces of intelligence are actionable. Do you understand me? All of it. All of it. And we need to be in a position where we would see Gayle and Oprah about some things. I don't have to watch any of this. She's going to sit up there with her fake blinking, because she looks and blinks like a Springer Spaniel, and tries to act like Oprah. Look, the brother's in tears. Where's the white man? It's just like the war on drugs meant a war on niggas. Hashtag Me Too means go and incriminate some black men. That's all it means. Criminal justice just means lock up black people. I can keep going. And I'm over it. I'm over it. As I've spoken in my other R. Kelly pieces, R. Kelly didn't do a damn thing, and I said it. I don't care how old you are, a little hot ass girl know when they're being hot ass. And that's all this was hot ass. You see, you have to listen down. I always tell you what wasn't said. What am I not hearing? You're just going on what you're hearing, which is what they want you to know and what they want to tell you. But you got to be able to infer. Knowledge converging. What am I not hearing? What we're not hearing is a single case of anybody being held against their will. We're not hearing where anybody went directly to the doctors once they left R. Kelly. No existence of any rape kit being extracted. We're not hearing anything that incriminates this dude. Period. We're hearing about hot ass little girls. And all of this is being used, which goes on in the hood and all the time. Come Come on a cute day, I got little girls looking at me. That's real. That's real. But this is being used to keep up this ire that there's some hashtag movement going on. You see? Because if you don't got no brothers out there, then you got to put somebody out there. Wait, we thought there was a movement going on. We thought there was a movement. We're not seeing anybody being brought up on charges. We're not seeing anybody. Huh? I've heard comedians that have had to just apologize and now they're touring and shit. White, of course. You see? So we're not jumping on board with this. If it's not one of they white ass, we won't give a damn. We need to start adopting that. And anybody that doesn't adopt it is not one of us. You need to be over them. Friend, foe, or family. Gotta go. I'm over it. R. Kelly exclusive. Emotional singer angrily denies sex charges. I'm fighting for my life. And by the way, when he started yelling and getting emotional, this bitch right here could have stopped it. Just out of love for a brother. And said, you should tell your story, but you don't want to be, I can't let you be seen like that. I just can't let you be seen like that. She could have stopped it. Because she's Gayle King. She's Oprah's best friend. Huh? And quite frankly, I think they have motive not to admit that they're lesbian, because maybe now they could come out because Oprah's the white messiah and so forth and so on. But I think early on there was still some fear of losing the black community, and maybe indeed there is probably still some, because they would know the numbers more specifically as far as black demographic and how we affect the own network. So I don't know. Goddamn it, if they're gonna throw scandal, I'm throwing out conjecture and scandal as well. I'm asking questions, you see, and just let them hang out there. You see, how come Oprah and Gayle were on the Geffen yacht and Stedman wasn't there, and Gayle doesn't have a boyfriend? So I question. I question. Never see Gayle's kids anywhere. I question. I question. I question. Bitches had the same hairstyle for the last 20 years. I question. I question. I question. Hadn't seen either of them publicly with Michelle Obama since Michelle Obama did a book tour. I question. I question. I question. In his first public comment, and by the way, when he got out of jail, it was a big story that he went to McDonald's. Well, where's Harvey Weinstein's fat ass? And the other white devils that have done untold evil that this shit doesn't even compare to. Where are they at? Look, R. Kelly just tied his shoe. Look, oh my God, he just picked a booger. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. And I ride, just in defiance, I ride with this dude to the end. Period. I'm not changing my mind. Because you see, they ride with theirs. They ride with theirs. That's why I'm going to see none of they white ass. They ride with theirs. I'm riding with mine. OJ didn't do it, and Bill Cosby is innocent as Snow White. I said it. I said it. In his first public comment since his arrest last month, R. Kelly angrily denied charges that he sexually abused 4 women, including 3 teenagers. As if they care about black women. Huh? And they will do this right here. What was it? 4 women and 3 teenagers, huh? I'd love to see those women and those girls in one room, and they say, are you going to give us reparations? Since you care so much about us and our safety, can black folks get reparations? Well, we don't care about you that much. We just, you see, that's when the fat will hit the fan. That's when truth comes forth. At times yelling and crying, Kelly told Cocker Spaniel, I didn't do this. This is not me. I'm fighting for my effing life. All right. Kelly's voice began to rise as he also denied holding women against their will. Well, all the evidence shows that. Nobody was held against their will. Nobody. And detailed in the recent documentary Surviving R. Kelly. The exclusive interviews was conducted Tuesday afternoon in Chicago. And let us point this out too. There's the documentary done on Michael Jackson, a documentary done on R. Kelly. I'm sure there's a documentary somewhere on Bill Cosby. Ain't a documentary on none of these white motherfuckers at all. Like I said, we got to ride with our own, everybody. We got to ride with our, even if we think there's some validity to it. We don't let that shit pass the crack. And we represent to white America, we stand with them. Because they're the ones getting their jollies out of this. You understand? We don't hear none of them standing up and saying, where's the white ones? They will never say that. They will never say that. And they shouldn't be allowed to cite any of these men when they mention any Me Too bullshit. Mention your own. How stupid would I be to do that? He said, tears streaming down his face during the 1 hour, 20-minute interview. Then looking into and pointing at the camera, he said, that's stupid. Use your common sense. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to. Love me if you want to. Just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me with my crazy past and what I've been through? Now I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will and chain them in my basement and don't let them eat? Stop it. You all quit playing. Again, y'all, I agree with them because it's something you just can't attribute to people who have money and means. It's like with Michael Jackson. There's enough child trafficking and human slavery and bullshit going on that Michael could have tapped into that and had all the little boys he wanted if that's what he was doing. You understand? Like, I can't. But you also look and you say, well, certainly nothing happened because they don't give a fuck about us. But certainly if Michael had touched any of them little white devil-ass kids that was accusing him, if they've even thought it, he would be behind bars right now and he wouldn't be dead. So it didn't happen. You have to look at the obvious, the staring you in the face. R. Kelly has money. There's enough women willing to go with him. When he's saying from an audience of thousands of people, there's at least 500, 600, 1,000 women in just that audience alone that he just say, "You want to go with me? You want to go to bed with me tonight?" They God damn it, they'll be on the buses. So he doesn't need to do this. You see? And when we talk about age, we're getting into culture. Because how many of y'all right now on the side of my voice are the product of a mother who got pregnant with you at 15? Huh? And she wasn't raped? Me and my father, her and my father, they fell in love at such, and she got pregnant with me at 15. But we never say, quick, lock up my father. Context. Culture. And non-Muslim. See, because this would be impossible under Islamic law and how Muslims live our lives. Because there is no sex before marriage. We don't date. You can't be alone with a female that is not related to you. God is taking care of everything, but you don't know him. You can't. Because you're only going by what Massa has sold you. And he only sold you that so you can live the same godless ass life that he's living that does not lead to paradise. You will be right in hell with him. That which is wicked will be made to seem normal to them, says your creator. Got you thinking now you're supposed to be able to just walk through a fucking laundry room or something, or a lunchroom or something, just butterball ass naked as a female, and no man is supposed to do or say anything. Huh? In a society that has set up nothing but immorality. All damn day, you gotta look at cleavage and curves and ass all damn day. For that reason and that reason only, I wish brothers forget sagging. Just show your naked ass. Just do that. Just do that. You see? Women touching on other women's boobs. It's all of it some bullshit. All of it. This is the seed of Satan. And you want to sit this man or any other man down and chastise them over anything immoral. I have a problem with it. That's like you in a damn crack house. A crack house. And you're going to bitch somebody down for smoking weed as if they're the problem. But you were smoking weed, though, so that's not even allowed, and we have to prosecute. But you're in a crack house. Don't tell me shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because that's what's going on in this damn country. You understand? This is the seed of Satan. The seat of Satan. The seat of Satan. All of it. All of it. Kelly said that his past case, he was acquitted of child porn charges 10 years ago, is being used against him now. All old rumors, new rumors, future rumors, not true, he said. You can't double jeopardy me. That's not fair. When you beat your case, you beat your case, he said, referring to the acquittal. King will have more of her interview, Wednesday on CBS This Morning. Fuck her. Springer Spaniel ass bitch. We're over her. You know what I'm saying? You know, we need to really put pressure on Gayle and Oprah. We need to start hashtags and say cancel you or something. Start boycotting OWN. Shit, they need to field us our presence, even if they don't give a fuck about us no more. That's fine. That's fine. You see? But y'all Christian folks are the problem. You see? But when I say I'm over it, I'm over it. But you not. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. You know, I stand by when I did the expose video that I did on Monique. We should do it just simply because our sister is asking. That's enough. That's not how you live your life. Because your life is centered on you and not your fellow man. I'm over it. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this because I just immediately called bullshit on this the moment I saw it. Because here's her bitch ass sitting up there now with R. Kelly after fat bitch ass Oprah just sat down with those two liars last night. I think it was when it was supposed to air. And I know that's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. And the fact that they said at the end of this that she will have more on Wednesday, which means this is not live. You understand? So I'd like to know, when did they sit down for this interview? When? It just says in his first appearance since his arrest last month. When did you sit down, bitch? When? You see? Because they decided to run it today? I'm not reading all this. I'm not interested. I don't give a damn. Like I say, R. Kelly didn't do a fucking thing. Period. He didn't. You know? And you can turn channels and you can see these goddamn reality shows and all them bitches are in tight fucking bullshit, fake ass hair, fake lashes, too much goddamn makeup, cleavage to their fucking belly. I'm over it, dude. I'm over it. I'm over all the bullshit. I'm over it. You understand? Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I need to let women know that Allah has already made you a woman. And so we're going to be attracted to you no matter what. You don't need any special effects. And for me, you don't need no damn special effects, but you definitely don't need no fucking effects that echo anything white girl. It makes me sick how I see, you know, it used to be that for white bitches that don't really have blonde hair who get it bleached, once you start doing them, once you start seeing their dark roots, that was a problem. Now you take your black ass out and buy fake ass wigs that look like that. Like, I'm supposed to believe your hair is really blonde and you got all this black new growth? Get out! Who do you have to be to put that on your head? Who do you have to be? Who do you gotta be? It's, to me, it's right up there when I see brothers with this sagging bullshit. Who do you gotta be to turn around the mirror and make sure your ass is showing? What? I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Wow. It's like I told y'all with the sagging bullshit. These motherfuckers are having a gay experience. You know? Because proving my point is, you see brothers that I was coming out of the grocery. This has happened a million times, but I'm coming out of the grocery store. And there's the brother with the girl and the baby stroller. They just threw shopping and he's fucking showing his ass. That's your woman and your baby. Who you showing your ass to? The fellas. That's why. That's why. See what I'm saying? You're not doing it for the females. You're not. Don't insult my intelligence with that bullshit. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just disgusted with all of it, everybody. You know, and my anger comes from a place of knowledge, because it's not just this issue for me. I always tell you, it's always the big picture with me. Always. Always. So my anger is reflected in this because it's not just this piece. It's not just her. It's the goddamn Oprah. It's the fucking LBGT alphabet bullshit. It's all the it's usurping and trying to use our shit. I just seen where the goddamn they put through some measure in Congress to try to about anti-Semitism when none of their white asses are Semitic at all. Ask them which one of your 1,000 generation back grandfathers or grandmothers spoke the language our people speak and spoke. You can't answer it. You're not Semitic. Oh my God. Let me finish this video, y'all, because I'm too worked up. I'm too worked up. I'm too worked up. Too worked up. I'm too worked up. I'm sure this fire will continue as it already has in the portion of the video that I've already completed in the video that I'm working on for you. Because you cannot talk about our issue and eat a fucking lollipop and be happy and shit. Unless you are psychotic. What do they say when somebody's family's been murdered and they talk to the father and he just didn't have the right reaction? He was too calm. We didn't see any tears. He just didn't, and he didn't scratch his face, and he didn't seem to have on the right clothes, and he wasn't, and his story didn't line up, and we we think he's a suspect. Well, that shit don't change. That's only applicable there? I think not. So, I digress to a full circle moment and say a happy African is an ignorant African. This is the Jedi.